Hi guys, welcome to the trading room. My name is Sol. Let me know you can hear me and you can see my charts. Just type a Y or something. How are you, Kev? How are you doing? Otelo, how's trading? I hope it's going good. How are you? I'm fine. I'm actually broadcasting from home. I'm not at the office, so you might hear a little bit of noises. Um, and I won't be able to see the chat that frequently. So if you have any questions or something you want to add, just please type it and I will come back to the chat frequently. So welcome to the trading room. We're gonna before we get started, remember we're gonna be trading live market conditions. We're gonna be trading real money. So we're not pretending you take same positions, same trades we take here. Just this is just to show you how we trade. We all trade different. We all have different strategies and we see different patterns. And we just want to show you how ourselves manage trades and analyze the markets and the charts. So just take responsibility for your own trades, please. Let me show you. I'm looking at some things, primarily the Euro USD and the USD franc. Euro USD, let me go to larger time frames. We have a really nice alignment between all our bias. If I go to, this is how I analyze the markets every day, correct? So I go to the daily charts and I see I have a long-term large bias. In this case is to the upside. The large one, this bias doesn't change that frequently. Then I see the intermediate bias, which is right now it's neutral, slightly bullish but neutral. And today we're trending, or we're trading on a bullish short-term bias or trending day. So today I will be primarily looking for buying opportunities. That way I align myself with all the bias and the momentum in the market. And I already took a little bit of some trades. We had, let me show you, we had this breakout. I think there was some news or something, because this is a very large movement. This was a 50 pip breakout. This is a very large 50 pips is close to the daily range of a whole day trading day. So this breakout is huge for the Euro USD, and I was looking for some kind of pullback to join that movement. On the 5-minute chart, we haven't had that pullback. However, on the 1-minute chart, we did have some pullback. So I took 2 trades back here, waiting for this breakout to happen. So I took two trades. Usually I don't take the breakout, because you're exposed to a lot of fake outs, to false breakouts. So I prefer the first retracement, which is right here. This is the first retracement to the breakout area. And then I missed it, but I was supposed to take another little buy here. But I already took, I took 2 positions right here, and I took like 5 pips and 3 pips, just little scalps. I would like to take a swing position, a position I can hold for longer. But for that, I really need a pullback on the 5-minute chart, which I haven't had. It's hard to tell how deep that pullback needs to be, but I would like it to be at least to this area, to these lows right here, or ideally to this area right here. This breakout leaves so many buying on-field orders behind, and this becomes a demand area. for that breakout to happen, there must be a lot of pending orders back here. So ideally, I would like price to come back to this area, and then I will take that would be the first retracement to the demand to the breakout area, and I would like to take some buys here. That's why I have a buy limit order. I could trade a buy limit, without any confirmation, or just wait for the price to come here and then to look how it behaves and decide where exactly to enter the trade. And all those trades, I would need to go out of those trades if that demand area fails, either here, that needs to be my stop loss area, or maybe down here. For that, we have some minutes to go there. If we would like to scalp a little bit before that happens, we would have to go to the 1 minute chart and try to look for some setups here. But because of this first retracement on the 1 minute chart didn't follow through, it's telling me there's some bearish momentum right now. We had a higher high, and this is a lower high, a lower pivot, or a lower pivot point. So I think, or I expect price to go bit down, and then I'll take the long trade. And my other trade is on the euro franc, which is about to trigger. We had same scenario. We had we had this breakout area. Okay, this is all the breakout area. All this becomes a big demand area. If we want to make it a little smaller, it's right here. This is a supply area. So I'm looking for selling opportunities down here, up here. And this one right here on the 1 minute chart, it also became an area of supply. You can see this consolidation and then the breakout. So I do consider this an area where I could look for some selling opportunities. I might just missed this little trade. Let's see if price moves a little further, and then I will try to join the down movement. So I could trade, this level or maybe the upper level of the area, of the supply area, but it will depend on how price behaves when it gets to that area. I would like to, on the 5 minute chart, I would like a deeper pullback to this area, and then a new pivot, so I can join the bearish trend. So those are my setups. I can't really see anything else on other charts. What's going on with the Australian? Yeah, I guess we have the same setup on all charts. We had some increasing momentum and some increasing volatility, and now we might just start moving sideways, or we're waiting for some kind of pullback. Let me see how this closes on the 5 minute charts. We have 1 more minute. I might try to start building a selling position on the franc, euro franc. Let me see how is price forming. Okay, if I will go in, I would have about 3 pips of risk and 4 pips of profit. This is not a great trade. I just have like 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. It's not the best trade. I would really like price to go a bit to this area and then to try to go short, because I'm not sure we will have another continuation to the downside. I'm not sure today we will break this point here. So for me to have more than 1-to-1 risk reward, I would be asking the market to break those areas right there, and I'm not sure that will happen. That might be a lot to ask. Yeah, so this is the point. I missed the trade. I was, you know, that would be the risk when you trade with sell limit orders. You know, you have to be very, very precise. I didn't get triggered. I didn't get filled in this position. That was the trade. My other next setup is all the way up here. I'm not sure we're gonna get there today. Let's see if we can find something on the Euro USD. Let me know if you have any setup, something lining up, your strategies, anything you want to analyze together, and we can have a look. Okay, on Euro USD, we're approaching the highest point. If we were on a non-trending day, that would be a great place for a short position. Today, I'm more inclined to take the breakout position or the first retracement to this area. Once this resistance breaks that level right there, this point becomes a support. Think about it. People were willing to sell this area, and now if price comes back here, people will be willing to buy this area. So let's see if we have a first retracement to that area. We need to wait for some continuation of that breakout. We still have on the 1 minute chart 5 more seconds. We need to see a breakout on the 1 minute chart, maybe a second bar to the upside, and then a pullback to this area, and then a buy. Let's see, what else do we have? Let me see the chat. We have something. New Zealand USD. Remy, how are you? Let's look at the New Zealand USD. New Zealand USD. What time frame are you looking, Remy? And 5 and 4. So I guess it's similar. This is we're on a bullish day. We just broke these areas right here. We had the breaking point, and we broke also this resistance right there. We are approaching what looks like a supply area right there. So we might face some rejection in that point. But until that point, we should get there. So I would try to go long on this market, New Zealand USD, but it's not as strong as the Euro USD, and it's not as strong or weak as the USD franc. But anyways, my bias on the New Zealand USD, it's a buy. I would be looking for opportunities to buy. Not right now. We need to wait for some pullback. This is a demand area, and if price comes back here, we could try to buy this area, or the support, which is right here. This area right here is support. This area right here demand. So you could try to buy those areas right there. Euro Cad. Euro Cad. Let's see. Yeah, this one is a bit messy. You know, we don't have a clear breakout or a clear pattern. We do have like a channel right here, but this it's a bit messy chart. I don't see any pattern that I would trade here. It's flying up. These tend to break very hard to the upside or to the downside. So I wouldn't be trading this one, but it doesn't mean you don't trade it. I don't see any pattern here. USD Cad, we took yesterday, we took at this trade on the USD Cad, you can see it there, ran like 40 pips, was a really nice trade. And Danielle says is near to broker resistance, I guess, on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, you're right. Look at that. If this would be a great setup, because this back here, this was a demand area. So we had the first time we touch it right here, and we have the rejection, and now we're going through. So this should break hard to the downside, and if that happens, this becomes now a resistance point. So I would like to price to come back to this area, and I would be shorting this area right here. Let me place some sell limit orders right there. That's a great setup. I like it because we have increasing momentum to the downside. If we go to the daily, long-term bias, still bearish. We had one attempt to go up, and it's being rejected completely. So I like this setup. I see the speed of the candle of the breakout. If you didn't take the breakout, I would be looking to take the first retracement to the breakout point, and then a continuation. Or let's see, we can wait to see how deep is that pullback, that breakout, and if this starts like a new trend, we could look for some pullback and then join that breakdown. Let me just scan my other chart. Let me see I'm not missing anything. Okay, about this trade, USD franc, we didn't break the support right here, correct? So that's telling me the market is not sure to go further down, which invalidates this trade right here, because this might start a deeper pullback. So I'm not sure I will trade this trade right here. Let's see how price behaves once it gets there. I would be more comfortable taking the trade up here. If price comes here, I will take the trade because my stop loss would be very, very tight. I can't grab this one. There you go. My price would be, my stop loss would be maybe here. So I'll be risking only maybe 4 pips, which is a great scenario. What's going on with the Euro USD? Okay, Euro USD. Okay, look, it's doing what we thought it will do. We had a breakout right here, pullback, first return to that area, and now rejection or ranging consolidation. So again, 5-minute chart, which is my setup chart, I haven't had any pullback or sideways consolidation, so I can join this movement to the upside where I haven't had any chance to do that. On the 1-minute chart, we could be scalping these little pullbacks right here. If this comes back, now would be the 3rd time it will test this support. So I'm not sure I want to buy it right now because it might break it right now. But again, if we keep reading price, this is the new resistance. If we have a significant breakout area to the upside, we could do the same. Wait for the same first retracement and join the uptrend. But you can see we start to slow down. If you okay. Look, from pivot to pivot, we had 35 pips, and next pivot to pivot, it was only 20 pips. So we have a little bit of slowing momentum. So we might expect a retracement right here. This is what we might be waiting for on the 5-minute chart. And then the opportunity to join what's going on the franc, and we had the CAD on our radar. Let's leave it here close. Christian, do you think 1.2 is a good supply level Euro USD? Let's find out. Round numbers, it's usually a very they usually work as a supply, but I don't look at them very frequently. But yeah, if you go to a daily time frame, I mean, this no doubt this is a supply area, and if you get you could place some sell limit orders all the way there. I don't know if price will get there because there's some support before. You know, you have this resistance. I'm sorry, you have some resistance right there, and that resistance is also the beginning of the supply area. All this, you know, supply and demand, they're not thin lines, correct? Supply and demand are areas or levels. So all the supply area covers all that range. So this is the bottom part of the demand area. So there we could start seeing any kind of rejections. And of course, what you say, 1.2, the round number, it is a very strong supply price. Great eye. Okay, first retracement on CAD. Let's see if we can join. Okay, the 1 minute chart, you can try to anticipate the movement of the 5 minute chart. So I will. We need to start small and then build into the position, correct? Because the 1 minute chart doesn't give us a lot of confirmation. But if this bar closes, we have 30 more minutes without making a higher point, higher high. I might take my first sell position to the downside. My initial targets are down here. Because that little tail, that might be the beginning of the supply area. So let's see, we can try to trade the whole area. So let's see how price forms. And of course, ideally to take a setup on the 5 minute chart. I don't like this tail right here. I would rather a breakout, a real breakout without the tail, and then the retracement. This tail here just tells me I need to go slower with my entry points. That's it. Okay, let's take the first trade. Now for this trade, you could either take the stop loss in the other side of the pivot. That would be a 2 pips, 2.5 pips, or you could go to the all the way to all the supply area, which is on a 5 minute chart. Yeah, maybe there, and that would be a good place. So on the 1 minute chart, this bar ideally would have created a continuation. So let's see how prices form. That tail in the bottom, in the up part, it's a good signal for us because it shows rejection of price. Price doesn't want to stay there, and sellers are pushing the market down. But we need to wait we need to wait for the close of the bar, and on the 5 minute chart, we need to look for some rejection. So as long as if I want to trade this, we need to see how price behaves in this area right here, and find for the next pivot, and then place all our stop losses right there. But look how price gives you new information all the time, and we need to read price and adapt ourselves to the new information, because before this candle right here, we said we want the breakout and the first retracement, correct? But now we have new information. We have the tail here. I don't like the tail, so I need to be slower with my entries, because this now it's not the ideal trade I would take. So I need to start very small with my position size, and as long as I have confirmation and I feel more in sync with the market, I can add and make my position bigger. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. Okay, 1 minute chart. I like the fact we haven't broken this tail right here, because it creates a pivot, and the next pivot should be to the downside, correct? We go from pivot high to pivot low. But the fact that we don't have any continuation, we're in a little balance area, a little consolidation area on the 1 minute chart. So this little box will break either to the downside. Okay, let's mark it right here. Okay, all those trades, this one right here would be the mother bar, and all those candles are trading inside this candle, the range of this candle. So this is a consolidation, and this will break relatively hard, strong to the downside or to the upside. Now, because of the bias, I would like and I would expect this to break to the downside. But if this breaks to the upside, I want to get out of the trade. So also I want to cancel this one right here, because the breakout will just go through that area right there, and I want to adapt my stop loss. You could use a really tight stop loss, but you might get just triggered, and then the price moving to your favor in your favor. So maybe this point right here, this is a good area for the stop. Now there's the test. Now we need to look for some continuation. Okay, if this is a breakout, it needs to happen now. We need to see increasing momentum on this, some building in this candle, which is not happening, correct? And in fact, we can go to the USD Cad, and we can go to the tick chart, and there's no ticks coming in. There's no speed. It's very slow. So I will adapt. First thing, I will move my stop loss, okay, because that's the breakout, correct? So I'm only risking right now, I'm only risking 2.5 pips, which is good. My initial target, it's down here. Which is 6 pips. So I have a 3-to-1. If that's the breakout, this is the first retracement to the breakout point. So if this market is going to go down, it should go down now. This should be the first test, and then the continuation. That would be the first retracement, and now continuation. If this candle breaks through and goes back to the consolidation box, I might go out of the trade, because the breakout I was expecting didn't happen. Okay, there's the rejection, and then we need to see for some follow through, which is not happening. Okay, 5 more seconds on that candle. 5-minute chart, leaving a tail on the down part. I might just close that candle for break even, or you can just leave the trade on. But I feel this is going up because this is a new pivot on the 1 minute chart. This is pivot low, pivot high, pivot low. Next movement it's to the upside. So this might just break to the upside. So you can just, when your setup fails, what you were expecting will happen, doesn't happen. You can just close the trade for break even, and then move on. You know, there's always trade, there's always setups, and there's no this was a good trade. You know, the setup was there, first retracement, there's a good setup. You need to be fine with that. Let's see, 1 minute chart. Let me clean the chart a little bit. Okay, we're out, correct? We're out. Pound USD. Let's see what's going on. Pound USD. 15-minute chart. Chris, what do you see here? Pullback to go short on the pound. Yeah, I just missed it. The pullback was here, but your reading was correct. I see the same thing you see. You have all this balance area. Let me show what I see, and then you can maybe show us what you see. But we had all the balance area. This was a supply area, the breaking point, first retracement. That's the test. We have the tail, and that was the pullback. We had the run, pullback, and that's the continuation. That was a great. If you took that trade, that was a great setup, great trade. Is that what you saw, Chris? That's what I saw. Yeah, great eye. Yeah, very nice trade. If you're short right here, in a very good position. I was looking at the chart, and I'm a bit confused because, you know, euro, dollar, the euro strengthening against the dollar. You know, in fact, the dollar is weakening out against all currencies, except for the pound. Pound is dropping, which is very weird. But I guess, you know, that's fine. Daniel, a very big resistance. What pair, Daniel? Let's see what's going on with all our trades. Okay, bullish are there. This might sound a bit weird, but I might try to short the Euro USD. Let me see if I can find some supply points back. No, I don't see anything. Right there. Definitely right there. Let me go back to the euro, to the 5-minute chart. The way this is forming, this kind of formation, you know, it's a flag, kind of a flag, but it's filling all the orders. And usually after that, even if it's going to break to the upside, there's a big retracement and then a continuation. You know, there's slowing momentum. Let me go short. I might just missed it. Yeah, let's go short. And I'll place my stop loss here. Ideally, my entry point was here. So I am 1 pip off, which is fine. I know I just need to be aware I'm going against the trend and the overall bias, but I think we can have a little bit of a nice scalp to the downside, and if not, we'll just take the loss. Again, we're in this consolidation. Let's see if we can have a little bit of retracement. I don't see on the 5-minute chart, unless there's some buyers right now coming in. I don't see this going further up without a pullback before, especially because we're approaching these resistance areas. So we should have some pullback, and then the movement. There you have it. The question is how deep, correct? How deep will this pullback be? I need to remind myself I'm going against all biases, so I don't need to be very greedy. And if I see this market moving, giving me some buying signals, bullish signals, I will just I will cancel the trade. Look at the 1-minute chart. Okay, this is greedy, correct? This should be my first target area, right there. So we're approaching that area, and the wise thing to do might be just taking the profits right now, correct? We're 5 pips. We're 5 pips up, and we shouldn't forget we're against trend and against bias. So this is a counter trend trade, and you see how price, as soon as it reaches this support area, it finds some bullish pressure. Let's see, 1-minute chart. Yeah, I don't want a tail forming right now on a 5-minute chart. If that candle forms a tail, we need to get out. If it forms a body closing, we might hold it a little bit longer, and we might adjust our stop loss even more. Yeah, but you see the tail forming, correct? So we'll wait a little bit more, and we might just take profits or close the trade, whatever. Consolidation on the CAD. Okay, now consolidation on the CAD. Where's our franc? Yeah, nothing happening. Okay, now it's all about money, like trade management, correct? Do we leave this open for more time? Price needs to break all that support area. Do we take a profit? That's just money trade management. It's very personal how you manage this trade. You can trail your stop loss to almost break even, so you are sure you don't lose money. There's lots of ways to manage a trade, correct? Let's see, last candle of the 5-minute chart. Let's see if that's a white candle, I will just take profits. If that leaves a tail, like right now, I might hold it for a little bit longer. There might be some pressure on the support area and potential break. Let's see what happens. 10 more seconds. Okay. So we have a break. Let's see. And you know, something valid to do is just, you know, training your stop. You can go to this area or even this area, and then let's see if we have a solid breakout. This is all the breakout area, 1 minute chart. Let's see if we have a true breakout. We need to see some follow through. You can feel the buyers very active, you know, very present. They don't want the market to break, to go further down. You can see the ticks coming in to the upside. So let's just take, it's not we need to remember we're counter trading, all biases to the upside. So we can just be happy with our 6 pips. And in any case, if this breaks to the downside, if the breaks does happen, we could wait for the first retracement and then a continuation, correct? But you don't, we can't regret our actions, because if this goes up, I will be very happy with myself, correct? I took the profits at the best possible point, but this is only, and if this breaks down, I can't feel bad because I missed the, you know, I missed the trade or the potential profits. I take decisions based on what information the market gives me at that same moment, and I take my trades and my take profits, and all this, if price will go up or down right now, this is all backwards information, and I couldn't know it at present time, correct? We're always wiser when we backtest and when we look backwards. But real testing and real trading is present trading, correct? You can't regret your trades. This was a good trade. All right, what else? That trade is over on the 1 minute chart. Now we're in a waiting game. We could now take the buy position. We're at support area. We could take the buy trade to this area right here. Stop loss down here. That could be the next trade. Or we can just wait for that. Wait a little bit. Go back to the 5 minute charts. Try to understand where we're at, and wait for the next setup. And don't rush, don't overtrade, don't chase trades. And we are getting to the end of our session. So let me know if you have anything else before we wrap up. I hope I could I managed to transmit to you how I see things and how you manage, how I think while I'm trading. And once you're consistent with your trades, let me show you today. Let's go just to, you know, the trades from right now. You know, this is today. From what's the date? The 10th. Yeah. So one, look at the profits, correct? This is almost 3 pips, 5 pips. This is the loss, 2 pips loss, and then 6 pips minus the commission. So overall, we had 3 winning trades, 1 losing trade, and we had like 10 pips of profit, you know, with this little trade. So once you get consistent on your pip performance, it's you just go bigger with your lot size, correct? Instead of taking micro lots, then you take 5 micro lots, and then you take 1 mini lot, and eventually you get to trade same strategy, same patterns, same setups, but with 1 lot size. And then that's the moment where you understand you're in a good place, correct? VM hedge, what's the strategy for trades to hold from morning to evening? Like you mean like like holding, like swing trading, like longer time trades? Is that what you ask? For day trade hold, I mean, there's plenty. I don't know. I can tell you what same thing I just show you on the 1 minute chart. You can look for in the hourly chart. You know, look for demand areas and supply areas on the hourly chart or 4-hour chart, and take those trades. If I go here, what's this chart? This is the USD Cad. If I go to the hourly chart, I identify this area as a supply area. So I could trade that on the hourly chart, wait for price to come all the way here, and then take the trade and hold it through the day, correct? And that would be it's same patterns, same thing, same everything. You just take the trades on larger time frames, maybe 15 minute time frame or hourly time frames. Is there any real difference between supply and demand and support and resistance? That's a great question. So this area, so all demand and supply areas eventually might become a support and resistance areas. I'll try to explain. So this is of course we know that's a demand and supply area just backwards, correct? But let's just say we identify this as a demand area. So price comes here and gets rejected, okay? And we have a confirmation that was a demand area. When price comes back again and gets rejected again, that's a resistance area. The demand area is valid only once, and same areas or same levels that are tested many times, that becomes support or resistance. Also, inside a huge or a larger supply area, if we stick to this example, there might be some resistance points, correct? You could say this is the beginning of the supply area, correct? The bottom part, this is the first resistance, and you could say this is another resistance area right here, and of course the next resistance area. So it's quite the same. We tend to say you might find some resistance points inside a supply area and some support points inside a demand area, and also the same areas, supply or demand areas, once they are tested many times, they become resistance and support, and they're no longer supply and demand areas. I hope it's clear. Great, guys. I think we will wrap up right here. If I'll keep trading, you know, same we're doing right now, breakouts, first retracements, continuations. We finally have the breakout we were looking for. And just move this one here, 5-minute chart. We have the breakout. This might become a fresh demand area right now, correct? So if I see that looks like a nice breakout, candle is about to close, so that's a legitimate break. I would like to see a bit more continuation and pullback, first retracement, first touch of the demand area, continuation. Okay, that's what we all that's happens again and again and again and again. So guys, thanks for coming. See you next Mondays. Now we'll be holding the trading room with a larger picture for the week, a weekly analysis, projections. And thanks for coming, and have a nice trading. Bye-bye.